Panchajanyam cha Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Paundram Dadmo Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrukodara. These are various conch shells. Those were like the sirens and the bells and the whistles. At the time, the announcements, each warrior, as he would get ready, he would announce it by blowing his own conch shell. Right, I'm ready, bring it on. If you cannot wait for the war to begin, it's going to start at 8 o'clock. It's 7:45, but I'm all set. I'm prepared, I'm set. And it's also basically saying, like, giving confidence to your own army that, all right, so many of my warriors are all set already. It's also trying to put fear in the chest of the other side. Oh, he's ready. Oh, wow, he's ready. Oh, they're all ready. But we better get ready, trying to make them nervous. So these are war strategies of the time. But each one had a different conch shell. The conch shell had a name, it had a characteristic, and they each had a story associated with it. How did they procure it? How did they obtain it? Which is why I picked up. Not to mention all of those, but for example, Panchajanya was the name of Krishna's Shankha, conch shell. And there is a story associated with it. There was a sea monster, not Loch Ness, but actually Panchajanya, a named sea monster, who Krishna had to battle with once. And then the monster was hiding in this humongous shell. And so after the demon was destroyed, Krishna kept the conch shell, and that was Panchajanya. It's also Panchajanya, fivefold. Panchamahabhut. So Prithvi, which is earth, Jala, which is water. These are the five basic primordial elements. In any matter, in any substance, you will find some combination of these five, and quite often all five. Like in us, in all of us, all five exist. The original elements, right, of creation. The most basic elements of creation are fivefold. Pancha. Ja is born of Janya. Everything that's born of these five combined together, taken shape, is Panchajanya. And he holds it in his hand. You can blow through it, if you know what I mean. He uses it. It's his instrument. So, what are those five elements? Earth, water, fire, wind, and space. Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Tej, and Akash, space. Empty space. Not skies, but space. So, made of those was Krishna's Shankha for all of those. So this is however you want to believe it, or not, up to you, no insistence. But to me, there is endless connotations and significance of each word in it. And I just want to share one example of it. There are others like that. So for example, Dhananjaya's conch shell was Devadattam. Dev is a demigod. Datta is given by. He literally had been actually given by that Shankha by a demigod, and it had certain characteristics that when this sounds, whoever hears it will want to run away from that place, or at least have this momentary feeling of being chastised. Paundram was Bhim's Mahashankam. So it created the sound of drums beating, for example. So I will leave it there. Rishikesh is the name used for Krishna here. Panchajanyam Rishikesho. Rishik, R is Hridaya, heart. Rishik is the cavity of the heart. Ish is the ruler of the heart. Is the ruler of Rik, the ruler who sits in the cavity of the heart and rules from there. The one who is inside me, inside heart, inside anyone. That heart, not necessarily as the organ, heart as the core of it. Like we say, what is at the heart of it? It's the heart of that story, the heart of the movie, the heart of the person. But not, the story doesn't have an organ. The point doesn't have an organ, but it does have an essence. It does have ashay, right? It does have essence. It does have the center. Everything has a core. No matter what its center of gravity, center is there. It might be wobbly, but the core is there. Everything has a core. Everything is built around the core. It is the core that sustains. And in the core is the principle of sustenance. And that's Rishikesh. In the cavity of the heart, sitting who governs. Isha is governor. Ish Shabda has E and Sha. Sha implies ruling ability, rulership, lordship, the ability to control. And E implies goodwill, well-wishing. And so he is a ruler who is not just an evil ruler who is supremely powerful but evil or neutral or uncaring or disregarding or indifferent. Although very powerful, no, he is that, but he's also very kind and caring and regarding. He is not just like a very care, kind and regarding, nurturing person. He is that and supremely powerful, and that's E plus Sha, Isha. Rishik, Isha. That supreme, well-wishing, powerful, almighty who rules and controls and guides and governs from its core, from the core of every being, Vasudeva. That's Rishikesh. Panchajan, and he's holding this instrument, this appliance, this tool made of all the 5 elements in his hand.